We'll get going. I'm going to be juggling a map. The map that I showed before is going to be on my left. So I will occasionally, you'll see mouse like stripping across the screen. Yeah, I could play this on the NES, but I've been wanting to actually do a Genesis run of this for a long time, like years, and I've just been, I don't really like the speedruns that much for this game. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure that this one is going to be super exciting, but we'll see what happens. Yes. What would be a good name? Pork Von Bohr. Name him Joao. Everyone has to be Joao. We're gonna put your whole name in here. That's got a nice ring to it. It looks a little different when you put the space in there. Alright, we ready? I guess so. Hopefully I don't forget which buttons do what, because I was playing a game that has them kind of inverted before this. Green-haired Ernst. The one thing I do remember about playing Origins, the free-to-play MMO version of this game that came out a couple of years ago. The thing I remember about it is that Ernst suspects Mercator of ripping him off constantly. You know, normally you would do a bunch of stuff in town, but no. Yes, let's go to the fjords. Why? Oh, that's right, we don't have to supply. So one thing I am going to do is be a lot more thorough in discoveries than... Okay, no Stonehenge. Than the record I'm tracking off of effingcontroller's speedrun of this. I'm using all of his strats. Nothing here is really mine. If anything, I'm doing their slight tweaks. Because I think something might go better, or because I don't trust that I can do it as well as he does. And his name's effingcontroller, so... Alright. Hey! Move! No. Used ship. Light galley. Nope. We want a discount. We're gonna name it the comma. We're gonna remodel the load capacity. Not on that one. 10 bunks. No guns. Wrong button. Max. Sign crew. 100%, 0%, 0%. Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. My notes literally just say sell Mercator. Okay, then point, not wages, point, first mate. Apparently this can help some stuff, I don't know. Nope. Okay. We don't need to explore anything in the meta training because we start out having seen it all. Okay, nope. That was our first check. Second check for something, nope. Third check for something, nope. Fourth check for something. Nope. Alright, this ain't a great start. Fifth check. There we go. We found the Nubia Pyramids. Alright. We got 3 more. I don't really know how much we need to find, because it's not like it was a guide. All right, we found the baobab plant. We lost... Oh, we got attacked by a pterodon. We lost 3 of our crew. That's alright. We don't mind losing some crew. We can get them back later. I mean, not the ones that got, you know, killed. But other ones. And we found Victoria Falls. And that is it for Zenile. Now our next goal is to go to Lisbon. Or I'm going to do things in a different order than he did, because I think he made a mistake in the way he ordered this stuff. But I might be wrong. What are you doing down here, Mr. Galley? Whee! There's Crete, where the Cretans live. I'm purposefully not sailing right next to towns because I don't want to discover them because it wastes time. There's Barcelona. We do have to unfortunately discover... did we decide it's Ceuta? I forget. Somebody who knew some stuff about this told me, and I forget what they said. Which is great. Alright, I don't think I can go to this now. Yeah, it's closed. We want to go to the book place. They do this late. I think we do this early. You have to donate over half of your money for it to work correctly. There we go. Do it one more time. There we go. I'll do it one more time. There might be a limit to how much of that you can do. Like, you might have to give a certain amount. I don't remember how to pronounce it. Anyway, hey, look. It's Marco from the first game. Oh, and I accidentally hit yes. $87.50. 7,500. 10,000. 5,000. Ceuta. Okay. There we go. I could have just went in at a better time of day. Would have saved some time. Move! Okay. Recruit crew. 3. Supply. Sale. Nope. We do not want to actually discover Madeira. You don't get any fame or anything worthwhile doing that. Whee! Super sweet wine. Now, Cayenne is somewhere around there, but we're going into the Amazon first. We have a number of checks for villages. Ah. What was it that someone said last time? My anaconda something or another? Alright, there's nothing down that river. There could be something here. Nope. So there could be something up here. You don't have to tell me that you're getting paid. Just take whatever money you need. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know how much everything takes to entertain, but I think everything is multiples of 5, or multiples of 10. No. So hopefully this means this is worth a lot of money. The Mata Mata. because we're doing this for fame a little bit, but mostly for money. As long as we get a decent amount of things, we'll end up getting enough fame from the end game. So we're doing this to trace the map, but we're also doing it to... because the big goal for Ernst is getting the world map. Go down here. And there's a piranha. We're now down to 5 crew. I think we're gonna start having trouble if we lose any more. But we discovered the tarantula. I think we're actually having extremely high success on finding stuff. There's one that can be... well, we already passed it. And then one last one up here. A gold frog. I'm trying to steer while I'm moving around stuff. Alright, we find Cayenne. Good, we got a good time of day. We're gonna recruit some more people. Alright, well, we don't have max crew, but it's close enough. We can't get any more unless I throw money at them, and they're fine. A lot of our port visits don't go any further than going right back in here and hitting the supply button again. There's another river mouth right here, but you can't go in. Check here, no village. Go. We discovered a cactus. My notes are very sparse because all this stuff is pretty easy up to now, and then they get really, really detailed when it comes to the sailing. Okay. Ideally, I only discover the ports. The map that I actually... Gilmok's map gives you the option to put things on or off, and I disabled everything that I don't want to find. So I might find them by accident. That was a weird pause. And we go up the Mississippi. Now this discovery here is a little not correct. If we get it. No, because the discovery you can find there is the Niagara Falls. Now, where are the Niagara Falls actually at? Are they... oops, are they connected to... are they connected to the Mississippi? Venus flytrap. All right. We have 2 more potential exploration locations, and then we're done. I'm turning the audio up a little bit here, though, because we're entering a storm zone. That's also why I'm absolutely hugging here. I do not want... Because we can just go on land if a storm happens and wait it out. But you can't do that. Okay, there was 1 down. Don't go that way. Skip New Jersey. And the... Okay, and the passenger pigeon. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do what the speedrun does here, even though he kind of says it's not something he meant to do. And we're just gonna sail back. I don't know exactly where I am, but it's not like we're just gonna fly through in the middle of nowhere. We either find the northern half of Africa or, well, the southern tip of Iberia. We gain levels. Now we turn in the discoveries that we have. Passenger pigeon, 7,500 gold. 10,000 gold. Cactus, 2,500. Venus flytrap, 6,250. Anaconda, 8,750. Mata Mata, 16,250. Yeah, that was the big one. 5,000 for the piranha, tarantula, 8,750, and gold frog. There we go. I actually have 4,000 fame now. We want to go to... Oh, I went the wrong way. Shipyard. Remodel figurehead. There we go. The dragon, I think, is the best one we can get here. And it should be fine for what we need. So checking the map in the Genesis version is slower than the Super Nintendo version because the Genesis doesn't have as many buttons. So we're going to go across the screen transition. Sure. Oh, yeah, we gotta go left to do that. And then we'll see where we are on the map. But I want to clear up as much of the gunk here in this area as I can. Oh, I'm way too high. Okay. I gotta stop accidentally doing that. A little bit further south, and then we do this. This is what a lot of the speedrun is. Alright, except not doing this as much. I'm not familiar with it, so it's... Oh, good. We can just circle around them, clear up all this. To remember which button's which, so I don't keep accidentally trying to save the game. Okay, we go north, east, and then north. Tried to load there too. Okay. We'll go southeast. You know, we're just goofing around the Bermuda Triangle. Nothing bad could happen here, right? Okay. I think we got it. And look, we're right where we left off from the last one. Dip in here. Should be good enough. Little too high. Okay. After a little bit, we're gonna dip up. Tilt upward a little bit. Alright, this is Ireland. Actually, I ended up going a bit more south than I meant to. I mean, this is Greenland. Look how green it is. And now we're back in Canada. And whoosh. This is one of the longer sails we do, I think, although the time is a little hard to measure because of how often I pause the game. Probably makes it seem like it's longer than it is. And now we have landed in Churchill. We just go straight back up. In supply. Oh my gosh, we almost ran out of supplies. Like I said, that was a long one, and I made it. I probably just didn't do a very good job of it. Really. So. Peek over there. This is one of the more complicated sail paths. We don't need to duck into little alcoves and stuff. The map reaches that far. I mean, what is that guy doing? All right, looking good. I don't really need to go in there. There's a mod that lets you go like throughout the entire history of the world, basically. Like, or no, it's 2 AD to 2020 or whatever it was at the time. That oh, not looking. Oh, I see. I gotta go all the way around the coast. And all of these. I probably should have went further down there, but whatever. Am I missing any squares? No. So we go straight up. Sure. I keep hitting the wrong button, but at least that was save. Oh, it's past this part, right? There it is. This is as far as we got yesterday. Alright. Whoosh. The game is telling us to go this direction, so we're going this direction. It's hard to keep it going directly southeast. Whoops. Accidentally found Guam. Oh, I think I'm way further south than I'm meant to be. Yeah, I'm supposed to see that coast, so we might have to fix some stuff later. I think I misread the notes a little bit there. This seems right. We'll let it go. So, do you know where we're going next? Haha, I did it. I did the joke. I'm supposed to be checking this to make sure I'm not missing. Good. Perfect. This is, again, what most of the rest of the game is. Or at least, like, the middle 60% is this. Alright. Sure. Oh, you're not supposed to be able to see my mouse. I should have disabled that. I think this is good. I think I might be... Well, we'll see. No, I'm too far. This seems right. You want to be really close to being too far over, because if not, you're making extra chips. So my notes say, go to the tip of New Guinea, southeast for a bit, and then northeast once more. I said, a lot of this run feels kind of like it's feel-oriented. So we're going to have a lot of this. It's not the easiest thing to tell how far you're traveling. I'm following one little bit of water as it trails out of the screen. But they all look the same. So... Good. I apparently missed the tip of New Guinea. Does this look right? I think so. Oops. Let's make sure before we went too far. Perfect. I should mention the general speedrun of this. Like, if I get under 2 hours, I'll be very happy. I don't think that's going to happen. A lot of it just because of how incessantly I'm messing with this. Hello, I am Error. Welcome in. Hey, look, it's Hawaii. We just went right through it. Oh, I should double check the map. Hey, Vesper. Well, we'll see. I'm going to be a little bit north of where I want to land this time. Like, we're right in California. We want to land in more interesting parts of California. I didn't want to find that. I didn't want to find that either. There it is, Santa Barbara. Which I think someone in here... I think I renamed this Biff Vandersnatch at one point. After Biff. Because I think he said he had lived here at some point. Do I want to go directly from here, or do I want to go a little bit west? I think I want to go a little bit west. See what this looks like. I think I want to go a little bit more west. Okay, good. If I remember right, this is the part of the run where he ended up doubling back quite a bit. So we might not... I don't think we're covering as much map as he was. But we'll see. If we end up skipping New Zealand, we could be off. But I don't know. Maybe... I can't remember if he went around the west or east of New Zealand. I want to assume it's west because I don't think you cut back through here again. That's just some random island, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to actually cut right here a little bit. To make sure I'm getting New Zealand. Whoop. 2, 3. I think he kind of goes here. This looks right. I don't know. I think it's about right. Try this one more time, make sure I'm not missing some stuff here. No, I think we got it perfect. So the next place I'm looking for is Guatemala, which, according to him, is very hard to find. Some random islands. And we should be really far north of it when we're gonna have to trace the border for a bit when we get there, I believe. Yeah, we got a ways to go. I need to hug this close because I know there's an indentation that goes up before we get there. Oh, I gotta actually hit the button. Hey, it's a regular town. I haven't seen one of those in a while. So it tells me to sail west to screen and then go southwest. It being my notes. This seems about right. Let's check one more time. Yeah. It's exactly the sort of thing we want, where I think we're clipping. I might check again right now to make sure we got that one black box. If not, I'm a little bit off. Nope, we're good. Again, the world record holder doesn't do all of this map checking. And it's actually faster on the Super Nintendo. This particular run, like, I think in general the runs are faster on the Genesis because the game seems to run the same speed, but they're less text. Like, the text is quicker in the Genesis version. Where the NES likes to do its, like, scrolling text, and the Genesis is just like bing, 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 bing. We could go crazy with it and just look at Japanese. But I don't know if that's going to be faster. Usually Japanese is only faster because it's not as many lines. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. Whoop. Alright. Oh, we got a little bit missed. Do I want to... I think we're going to go get it. Is that enough? Okay. Nope. I gotta go probably a few more screens. We'll say right there at that point. This seems right. The world record is like a 138, something like that. We couldn't do it now. We've wasted too much time. Perfect. We're going to get to the most interesting part of the map for Vesper here in a little bit. I think those were the Galapagos Islands that we just saw. I don't think there's even a discovery there in this one. Or maybe that's this. Oh, that was probably Tahiti. I didn't want to find that. Yeah. So we go past this point. Or there's the little indentation with the island. And then we go in. Hello. So here it says sail a screen south, then southwest. I feel like that's too far. We'll check again in about a day. Make sure we're not missing anything. Guess we're saving it, because I keep accidentally hitting that. We're being extraordinarily thorough. The world record holder missed a bunch of stuff and kind of went back and got them every once in a while. But they didn't check the map nearly as much as me, so it was probably a giant time save. Or it's a lot faster than what I'm doing. A little bit more. Now we did miss a little bit down there. Too late now. Well, I guess we'll do it after this part because there's no point in doing it any earlier. Yeah, I missed a little bit there too. I don't know. I don't think I have time, because this is a particularly long sail, to double check everything, yeah, so we're just kind of going. Are you ready, Vesper? I went the wrong way. Okay. So, sail the first inlet after land changes color. We just sailed through Tierra del Fuego. Alright. It's time to go back up. I guess. Okay. Land in Rio de Janeiro. I realized I forgot to do something, but it's not hurting me, so I'm not going to worry about it. Toast? What? I do not think so. I think we got all the stuff we missed there. Oh, toast. I thought the misspelling... I didn't think that was a misspelling. I thought you were making some sort of goof. Like how Joao's name is pronounced. Oh. Toast. Okay, gotcha. That seems fine. Whoop. Whoop. Come on. This should be fine. Might even be a little too far north. I'm not sure that that did anything. Alright, good. I don't like this. We're gonna peek up here just a little bit. Okay. And then we go until the next river, which I'm gonna peek that river too. This is just in case measures. I think I do this. It looks so bizarre. I might go a little bit lower. Oh, no. Yeah, we do this because we don't want to go near Africa there. There's a zone where something negative can happen. Yep, this is perfect, actually. I'm a little too low, actually. Let's see if this is doing it. No. I shouldn't have a black spot behind me. Okay, we're fine. If I can actually go diagonal without goofing it up. This is a pretty long sail. I'm a bit worried about my food. Where is Cape Town? There it is. Yeah, we were getting close. Okay. I got all that territory below me. I'm not actually finding that yet. We'll do that later. The next one is Sail Around the Horn of Africa. Not too close, because you'll accidentally discover things. We don't want to do that. I'm almost to the point where I can see the rest of my notes for the entire run. Just a little peek. Actually, how much of that is unseen? None of it, okay. So that wasn't a problem at all. I guess we already did go through the Nile, and that probably uncovered a lot of that. The Arabian Peninsula into... Nope. Also not going that way. We missed a little bit. That's all right. All right, so Tamatave. Come on. And this is us making up for what we didn't see before down here. A little bit. There's actually a lot that we're gonna miss, I think. I might do a little bit of this. I think I just didn't go far enough. Like, my West African searching was not very good. We're just gonna go west and grab this. Okay, we'll go like 2 screens northwest, northeast here. And then southwest. So if we missed a couple spots, it's okay. But I don't want to get too far off of the thing. Just a little bit longer, and then we'll cut. You hated Ernst? You hate Ernst in the game, or you hate Ernest, the movie actor? The movie character. Not, he wasn't the actor. Jim Varney was the actor. Okay. Since we're playing as Ernst, isn't quite Ernest, but I don't know. We went with it. Jim Varney wasn't in a whole lot of other stuff. I think like he was in the Beverly Hillbillies, and he was apparently in some musical or something where he was like super good. Like he, like reportedly, I didn't see it, but he was apparently actually a very good actor. But he was just, he found a niche and it kind of typecast him. I goofed up. Okay. I went way too far east. This should do it. Actually, where am I at? I think I'm a lot further west than I was expecting. I'm way too far north, aren't I? I don't know how this happened. Well, let's clear the top part here. Oh, no, that's Sumatra. That's exactly where I wanted to be. I got my map confused. Well, hopefully I haven't wasted too much time and I run out of food or something. Although, I left extra ports in this area's maps open. Or I left extra ports up in this area because the end game is kind of wonky. Like a lot of the end games where it's like, travel to a number of ports and eventually you get the thing. It's like, thanks. I really... Past Malacca, which we basically have to discover because it's right in the way. And then Sunda. We get to hear different music for a minute. Yeah, we weren't even close to running out. I just don't have a good feel for how long these things take. Yeah, I was way too far over before. I'm surprised. This game, I had a game mag called Game Winners as a kid, and then or Game Players, excuse me, and then it was Ultra Game Players, which, or maybe it was Super. I don't know. They changed their name to coincide with some like system change, so it might have been Super. I don't know. And they gave this game a 24%. If I remember right, they did not understand this at all. Oh yeah, Gemfire is probably the most accessible out of them, because all your characters have just like one English name instead of a bunch of, you know, Japanese and Chinese names like a lot of the other ones do. I mean, this game is fine too. Any other games that are European focused are fine. Here we go. So if we do this right, we're actually going to run into Australia next. If I did it right. As you can see, we're getting pretty close. There's not a whole lot of map left. Lubei. Who's Lubei? Like, the first one you got there isn't even a person. I'm mocking Synth for his lack of understanding of Chinese names. Oh, I am too high, I think. Bebe. Yes. Yeah, I ended up being a lot higher here than I thought I was going to. Which could be really bad. I don't know. Baby's kids. And chewing. I have it mentioned. Go southwest at indentation where you almost get to brighter green. We are missing so much stuff though here. I might call a little bit of an audible and go back and get it, because I think we got plenty of time on this sale. Yeah, we don't fight anything in this game. In this particular run. All of the runs are basically minimal fighting for the speedruns. Now, you play the game casually, you can get in all the wars you want, but I don't think the battle in this game is particularly good. I think even Vesper, who is a big fan of this game, probably agrees. There's too many ships. Stuff happens way too fast. The fastest way, the most efficient way to win battles is to duel the enemy commander. And that isn't... Like, that's paper, rock, scissors. It could be at least like Pirates, which made a serious attempt at making like a battle system. Even though Pirates battle can be cheated super bad. I know, we're gonna do this different. Than how we normally do this crap. I'm just gonna sail, and then I'm gonna go back northwest, and then we'll probably just land. The Super Nintendo one in this one is pretty close. Super Nintendo and Genesis are not terribly different. Not like the original, where the Genesis version like doesn't lag all of the time like the Super Nintendo one does. But the music in the Super Nintendo one's a lot better. I think the music in the Super Nintendo for this is better too, but it's not like copiously so. I'm just gonna go a little bit more northwest, and then we're gonna cut east. I'm not gonna try to get every single possible square, because you don't need them, but... Oops, wrong button. We'll kind of go southwest for a few screens, and then... northeast. I'm getting kind of ridiculous at this point. Yeah, we don't need to check the map anymore. Here. Whoop. And we found Gilmok. Traditional Austrian port name of Gilmok. We're almost done with our sailing. Yeah, I knew I was running that pretty close. But here's where we discover as much Australia as we can. I've already seen the part where we were supposed to go north. Thank you. I'll do my best. Yeah, there's nothing going on in Australia. I think it's 2 supply ports, and I don't even remember if there's any villages to discover anything. I'm sure there is, there's just not much of it. Ooh, I didn't want to find that. Hey, Goaty, welcome in. I hope you had a great stream. Everybody, Goaty was playing through was it a Game Gear? It was a mobile version of Phantasy Star, like a split off of it. Pretty cool. Welcome in. I'm playing through Uncharted Waters New Horizons, doing a speed run. I keep discovering stuff I don't want to discover. And now we come around here. I gotta fix my map. I don't know exactly where I'm going. It winds up the quickest way to chart the uncharted waters is to use a chart. But thank you for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Whoop. Then we go up to Thailand. Let me double check the map. I think you still got this one to go on the Mega Marathon, so I'll look forward to it. Although I didn't get to see Uncharted Waters. I think I didn't really know about you till you watched that one. Hey, Schmitty. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. That's fine. This isn't gonna hurt too much. There's Taiwan. I got distracted there for a second. Okay, is that up in Korea? Did I go that far? I did. I didn't mean to go that far. We go east. Which then leads to this place called Japan. Okay, we got a lot of Russia to explore. And then we're almost done with our general exploration. We just get to go back through the Bering Strait. But it's important I catch as much of this as we can. Sailing. I'm probably going more into the land than the world record does, but again, we're just being safe. I hope you're doing well, Schmitty. Alright, we found Korf. I keep forgetting I have to hit a button there. So let's look at our map. How much did we miss? That's awful. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go back and get the part that we miss. I do not feel comfortable about missing that much map. Oh, that's good, Schmitty. Good to hear. No, don't load. It doesn't always register my inputs on the menus. So I'm probably going to land at Nome. Well, you know what? No, I actually have some ports I listed up here in the north. I'll probably just land at one of those as a safety. Where are we at? Okay, we almost got them all. Oh, you know what? That I was like, I thought there was something I wanted to talk to Schmitty about, and that's it. Because, let me see something. Yes. At least especially for our friend Ernst here. So now we just go all the way back. We just came. Yeah, we didn't really get the sailing down super well. And that's not surprising, considering this was my first time doing it. I didn't really know what I was doing. But okay. Yeah, I think we'll just sail at Nome to be careful, because this is a very long sail. And, I just burned, like, 10 days. I think it's 1520 or 1522. Like, we haven't, we're not that far ahead of the start of the game. Back to Nome. Yeah, I feel like that was the smart play. The actual NES world record we've already passed. Whoop. It says to go northwest to the ice, see ice, go southwest to the coast, then head west through the islands. We found Tixie. If I knew that was there, but I deleted that one. We're going to go down the river just a little bit. Grab us another square of discovery just in case. And it says to stay like as far away from the coast as possible here. Except again, river sections dip in. Well, we found Dixon. I knew where that one was. I left that one available. He doesn't actually go down them. Again, I'm being very extra careful. It's a pretty big one down here. That's good enough. Like, every one of these rivers I'm jaunting in are taking like an extra day or two. So it's a pretty long sail. I gotta be careful about it. Whoop. I do not know what this island is called. I called it Boomerang Island. North of Russia. I should probably look just to make sure I haven't missed tremendous amounts. There we go. Edge of the Arctic, I guess. I don't want to... Again, I'm a little worried about my days at sea. I keep hitting the button and it's not registering. Slip and we'll fall over, yep. Okay. That's good enough. A little too much, actually. Oh, Greenland. And poof, go this way. Oh, that might have been a little early. Okay, so we goofed this up again a little bit. This should be enough, I think. Yeah, this'll work. Okay. Yep, that's it. And now we just go visit Mercator and hope we did enough. If not, we can go east and find some stuff, I guess. Oh no, we ran out of food and water. Right when we landed. I know I goofed around a whole lot. So here is where we stop playing with the map, hopefully. Here he is. What up, G? Yes, we're done! Double check fame. Okay, we have more fame than what they did in the thing, so I think... Get out of here, dog. I think we're good. I just have a very long cutscene listed. It's Paula. Who cares about him? Okay. We're gonna do this for a little ways. Commodore Pork. I think Commodore is like the leader of a fleet. Like, I don't know if it's a rank or not. I don't really know. Oh. Here's the island we didn't quite see because I didn't need to. But we are almost done. If we get good RNG, we could actually sub 2-hour this. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. Yeah, in Origins, when I played the demo, Paula was a playable character, or was like a character who could do stuff for you. The girl that we just recruited. The president of a yacht club. I like that. I think that was the tip of Boomerang Island, which is a much cooler name than Severny or Yuzhny. Sorry, Russians. I've renamed your territory. All right, here is the very narrow gap. I forget the name for that. There's an actual name for that particular landform. So we're going to we're sailing to Zaitan. Then we're going to sail to Macau. Again, these might not be completely necessary because the guy seemed a little confused at the end. And then we leave that particular area. Okay, there's the islands. Yeah, I thought Commodore was a little like how Captain is used sometimes, but a little more official sounding. Oh, don't go in there. And we're through. Oh, get out of here, island. Yeah. I don't know, 2 hours might be tight. I did forget some of these sails take a little bit longer than, you know, you might want them to. Let me zoom in on where Zaitan is, too. Oh yeah, here's the bottom of Japan. There it is. Land, yes. So it says to just leave. Let me see if we get a different cutscene. Nope. I think we can't actually be in China to do this, but I am, again, out of nervousness, going to just do exactly what the speedrun does. No. Okay. Hey. Hey, Eat. Thank you for the pun. Bang cow. So we're looking for Hans to say something specific in a cutscene. Let me see if I can just leave. Because sometimes it's just going into this room that triggers the cutscene. Now, Sunda? Sunda. Okay. Daggerfall. Oh, we got it to appear here. Zipangu. Okay. I'm glad I gave myself notes on how to sail to China. Or to Japan, excuse me. It's not that hard to find. No! Wasting time finding villages. We're in a race against time, sir. The Philippines? Taiwan? And then true China? Oh, you know what? I didn't read the comment. I gotta sail to Zaitan now. Alright. Because they tell you where Japan is. Like, oh yeah, just across the river. Like, what? We're almost there? And this would have been a great, like, thing to find, you know? Nagasaki. Pronouncing your most English accent. So this part's fun. Yes. This doesn't look like no golden city to me. Oh, you know what? Now I guess I can come back here and do it. Ah, you know what? I gotta go to a different building. I think the speedrun actually did this and then realized that they did it wrong. And so I just did the exact same thing they did. Don't you think the people here look a lot like Paula? Let's see if anyone knows about this yellow sea. I'll say this music's a little underwhelming. Alright. You don't think this is underwhelming? Japan music? I got no idea what that is. There's just a random chance of getting the right message. Yellow River, though, the Huanghe. I don't think I even need supplies, but you know what? We're right at the end of the game. Let's do it. I have this open on my map, but I'm not sure that I need to figure out how to get here. That village is impossible to not see. We found the port of Chang'an. Whoop. Cutscene. This building. It's great. We have this like touching sequence, and I'm just skipping through it as fast as I can. You're Paula's. I have only played through 1 and 8, and I've never beat 1 without cheating. Ernst asks, and there we go. GG. First ever Sega Genesis speedrun of Uncharted Waters New Horizons that I'm aware of. It might exist. 644-day voyage. I think that's about 100 days more than what? Maybe not quite that much, but... I set sail to map the world at the request of Mercator, but I soon found another quest when I met a young girl at a port named Paula. I was moved by her plea for help and decided to help her find her homeland. Thank you for the GG's, J-Fred, Biff Vandersnatch, Eat It Up 86, and Papa's Back. Thank you for the 222 bits. And now they like recount all the stuff that happens here too. Sir Pork of Backfat has made the lean cut of the century. Amazing. I swear to the ocean that I'll never forget the original purpose of my journey, but it was hard to see her face. So hopeful before we reached a new port, so disappointed afterward. It seemed that her homeland had vanished off the face of the earth. Where in the world could she be from? Now, part of the reason why we got her so late is that you have to be in Europe to get her, and we never went to a European port except for, like, Lisbon. So we never saw any of these cutscenes. He'd stay with you forever. Zipangu that Hans dreamed of turned out to be no golden country, but I wasn't disappointed because we finally got a clue to Paula's homeland. And you see all the stuff that we saw. It's a nice way to ending. They retell like the entire story, which if you're playing this game casually, you're really likely to forget a lot of the stuff that's happened. I look forward to Goaty playing this and playing through every single character storyline. I mean, I've beat 3 of them now. I want to do Ali's at some point because I think it's kind of fun to do a lot of trading and money maxing and stuff. It may be natural for man and woman who went through times of happiness and hardships together to fall in love. Would you like to go on a voyage with me again? I asked. Her smile was all the answer I needed. As she plunged the dagger. No. And the 7 seas were full of dangers, pirates, storms, and sea monsters. Not every mate had the mettle to overcome the obstacles. Is there one synth? I don't think there is. But you, with your courage, wit, and strength of heart, have bested even the worst of foes. The tale of your voyage will be told for years to come. Instead of Ernst von Bohr, we had Pork Backfat, named after the estimable Pork Backfat. Big fan of this game. I resisted the urge to name him Vesper. Although if Vesper were here when I started, I might have. And there we go. So yeah, again, we've beat Joao's story, which I hated. It was so long and twisty and annoying. We beat Catalina's story for the speedrun. And now we beat Ernst's story for the speedrun. And there we go. Genesis speedrun of Uncharted Waters, New Horizons, and I bow.